You spoke here at the GESDA summit. What was your key message to attendees?
We were talking about exponential technologies like quantum that can transform the society, and this transformation will be so disruptive that it requires really discussions and conversations and collaboration right now, because these technologies develop very quickly. So getting a diverse set of individuals from the private sector, from the public sector, from governments, scientific community all together to have conversations around how these types of technologies will have a positive and or negative impact on the society, and how to prevent some of those things that we don't want to see happen, and how to get everyone involved and informed is at the center of what I'm hoping to be able to work with GESDA.
Of course, scientists work in silos, policymakers work in silos. So how do you think realistically GESDA is going to encourage, incentivize those people to break out of their silos and to work for the benefit of humanity?
I think this conference was a beginning of that type of conversation. And, a lot of governments, not everywhere in the world, but a lot of governments have a knowledge gap. So people who are in charge of policy making don't even understand which technologies are going to impact their country, their society, how fast they're being developed, who are the players. And they need that trustworthy source of information, a safe place to have conversation and not feel vulnerable by not knowing. So GESDA can create that safe space to bring people from different parts of the world together with different backgrounds and have a comprehensive conversation, and also education. So education is a big part of this, and playing a role in educating the policymakers with trustworthy sources of knowledge.
And how we know that the science is often far ahead of the policy of the regulators. So how can we make sure that the policymakers and regulators anticipate and are ahead of the curve?
I think right now we have a lot of interesting technologies that can help simulate what possible futures we may end up making different decisions. So providing some tools, capabilities to policymakers to test out their decisions in near realistic simulated environment and be able to sense the effect of those decisions. I think it's a very good tool that policymakers can use. Right now, again, sometimes the technologies can be so complex and distant that understanding the impact of it is difficult for someone who doesn't have the background for it. But we can translate that into something tangible and practical in real life, in society, that policymakers can relate to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.